A few years back, Monday payroll checks stopped printing. Not one printer. Every printer behind one print server. The help desk had already spent an hour opening PrintManagement, expanding queues, waiting on the snap-in, right-clicking jobs, and guessing. The angry part was not the outage. The angry part was that the evidence was sitting there, one bad job holding a shared queue, and nobody had a fast way to see every queue at once. That morning changed my rule. If printing is important enough to run centrally, it is important enough to query and fix with PowerShell. The printer graphical tools are fine for one queue and one user standing next to you. They are miserable at fleet scale. You need to know which queues have jobs, which jobs are old, which ports point at dead addresses, and which drivers are version 3 versus version 4. The manual way turns into screenshots, tribal knowledge, and list cleanup. Worse, printing touches logon performance. If group policy preferences or scripts still map retired queues, every logon waits while Windows tries to contact ghosts. Since the print nightmare era, driver hygiene is not cosmetic. It is a security and stability job. The print management module gives you inventory, deployment, repair, and retirement without clicking through every queue. Think in 4 objects. The printer is the queue user C. The port is where the queue sends output, usually a transmission control protocol/internet protocol address using standard TCP/IP port. The driver is the code Windows uses to render the job. The job is the temporary item sitting in the queue right now. Once you separate those, printing gets scriptable. You can list printers with Get-Printer, list jobs with Get-PrintJob, create a port with Add-PrinterPort, create a queue with Add-Printer, audit drivers with Get-PrinterDriver, and remove old queues with Remove-Printer. That is the whole shape. Inventory first, change second. Start read-only. For one server, run Get-PrinterComputerName PRINT01 and select Name, DriverName, PortName, PrinterStatus, and JobCount. To inspect a busy queue, run Get-PrintJob ComputerName PRINT01 minus PrinterName accounting copier. For fleet visibility, loop servers, then loop their printers, and call Get-PrintJob for each queue. To deploy, create the port first. Add-PrinterPort-ComputerName PRINT01, name IP 10203040. Printer host address 10203040. Then create the queue. Add printer computer name PRINT01, name accounting copier, driver name vendor universal PCL6, port name IP 10203040. For drivers, get printer driver computer name PRINT01, select object name, major version manufacturer. Major version 3 means a version 3 driver, major version 4 means version 4. Here is a real help desk style ticket. Remote site says nobody can print after a network outage. You have 2 print servers, PRINT01 and PRINT02. First, inventory both. For each server, get printer-computer name server and sort by job count descending. You see shipping labels has 63 jobs and printer status says error. Next, get print job against that queue and sort by submitted time. The oldest job is from yesterday, huge size, submitted by one workstation. You call the site, confirm nobody needs the stuck labels, and remove that job or clear the queue according to policy. Then you check driver inventory and see an ancient version 3 label driver. That becomes a follow-up change, not a blind emergency installed during the outage. The classic stuck spooler repair is simple, but it is destructive to pending print jobs. Stop the spooler service, clear C, Windows System 32, spool printers, then start the service. Do that only when the queue owner agrees. Remotely, I prefer invoke command to the print server and run stop service spooler, force. Remove item, $, system 32 spool printers stash, force, then start service spooler. You need administrative rights, working remoting or allowed remote management, and a plan for jobs you are deleting. PowerShell 7 on Windows often loads print management, but older builds and some admin workstations are inconsistent. If a command that will not load, use Windows PowerShell 5.1 on a management box, or run the command on the print server. Printer management connects to several admin skills we have already covered. The object pipeline matters because printer objects can be filtered, grouped, exported, and compared. Remoting matters because the print server is usually not your workstation. Group policy object management matters because many printer connections are deployed through group policy preferences. Event logs matter because the print service operational log can prove whether jobs arrived, failed, or were deleted. Security baselines matter because driver installation policy changed hard after print spooler vulnerabilities. Printing looks old-fashioned, but it is a perfect administration problem. Inventory, audit, least privilege, controlled change, and cleanup. Your safe exercise today is read-only, unless you are in a test virtual machine. Pick one PRINT server you are allowed to inspect. Run Get-PrinterComputerName, PRINT server, and select name, DriverName, PortName, PrinterStatus, and JobCount. Then run Get-PrinterDriver-ComputerName PRINT server, and export name, major version, manufacturer, and driver version to a comma-separated values file. If you have a lab printer queue, submit one test page and use Get-PrintJob-ComputerName PRINT server-PrinterName QNIN to watch it appear. Do not clear the spool folder in production for practice. If you want to test Add-PrinterPort and Add-Printer, do it in a lab or on a non-production queue with a documented rollback. 3 beats to keep. First, Get-Printer and Get-PrintJob turn printing from guessing into inventory. You can see stuck queues remotely instead of walking the graphical tree by hand. Second, deployment is ports first, queues second. Add-PrinterPort, then Add-Printer with known driver names and change control. Third, retirement matters. Old queues and orphaned mappings slow logons and confuse users, and old drivers are now a security concern. Episode 28 was PowerShell printer management in the administration tier. Tomorrow we keep building from daily admin work toward fleet automation. New PowerShell episode daily on this channel.